water started to rise. Started coming from all sides. Once it got up to about our knees or so, of course the power went out. We tried to go out the back door where a lot of the vehicles were parked, and we couldn't.
The building was brick in the glass, and you can actually see the water on the outside of the building.
We couldn't get the door open.
Busted out the front glass of the PD, and probably took 4 or 5 of us to get the board off.
But about 4 feet of water rushed in on us at that point.
Because of the pressure was so strong of the water rushing in and knocking, you know, employees off their feet, and we were grabbing people and getting head counts, make sure everybody was together.
Holding hands so we wouldn't lose anybody. And we all went out the front door with the water probably close to about chest level. As we came out, we were trying to figure out where to go and what to do.
Some of us was making it to the trees that we got in front of the PD, and then, you know, a bunch of them, wasn't enough room for everybody, so some of us stayed up against the PD, you know, as the water was rising.
And at that point, it actually came up high enough where we were off our feet. You know, we were basically holding onto that, floating in the water.
You know, everybody just was hanging on to each other, ice chests, whatever you can grab hold of, they were holding on to for floaties, you know.
I remember the things that really come back to me, the gasoline in the water was really heavy. We all had little cuts. Bugs were going crazy. We had ants and spiders and stuff that were biting us and going kind of crazy. A lot of debris that was cutting us. With the winds and the water lapping, getting splashed in the face with the gasoline water.
I made it to the trees by the highway, and one of the dispatchers that was by me that told me she couldn't swim, so I held on to her for a while. Eventually, some people were able to get on the roof.
And at one point, the water temperature dropped in an instant. I mean, I would guess 10 degrees, if not more. And at that point, we started worrying about hypothermia. You know, Glenn Volkman, one of our officers, was getting kind of lethargic, and we were all, you know, freezing in the water at that point. So getting across that line and getting on the building became a lot more important. So we brought some of our dispatchers across and got a lot of us up on top of the building. And I remember 3 or 4 of us huddling around Glenn, keeping him warm.
Then I wound up noticing one of the dispatchers that was like in the middle of the parking lot, floating, you know, like trying to survive. So I swim to her and hold on to her. She was standing on top of this toolbox of the roof of the truck. The only thing that was holding on to, there was antennas on this truck, and was actually treading the water and holding on. We just all, you know, hung in there together and
took care of each other.
Took care of each other, and that's what it was about.